Welcome back. In the last few videos, we learned how to write Pointcut expressions using the execution designator. Now, it's time to learn another really useful Pointcut designator at Annotation. This one is actually very powerful, and you'll see it used quite often in real Spring applications. So, in this video, we'll understand what at Annotation is, how it works, and of course, we'll verify everything with a live coding example. Let's get started. So, what exactly is at Annotation? At Annotation is a Pointcut designator that matches the execution of methods annotated with a specific annotation. In simple words, it allows you to apply advice only to methods that have a particular annotation. Now, let's look at the syntax. You can see it on my screen. It's very simple. We start with at Annotation, followed by parentheses, and inside the parentheses, we specify the fully qualified name of the annotation. That's all there is to the syntax. Now, you might be wondering, where do we actually use this in real projects? Well, there are plenty of use cases. For example, you might want to log only methods marked with a custom logging annotation. Or maybe you want to perform authorization checks only on methods annotated with a security annotation. You can also use it for auditing, performance monitoring, validation, caching, or triggering custom business logic. Instead of applying advice to every method, at Annotation lets you target only the methods you've explicitly marked with a particular annotation. That's what makes it so powerful and flexible. Alright, that's enough theory. Now, let's get started with the coding and see how at Annotation works in practice. First, I'll create a new custom annotation. Let's call it log execution. Set the target to method level. That means this annotation can be applied only to methods. Next, I'll set the retention policy to runtime. Why runtime? Because Spring AOP needs this annotation to be available at runtime. Only then can it detect the annotation and apply the advice when the method is executed. That's all we need for our custom annotation. Now, let's create a new service class. I'll name it Payment Service. Now, inside this service, let's create a method. I'll name it Process Payment. For now, I'll simply add a log statement inside this method so we can easily verify when it's being executed. Okay, now I want our aspect to be triggered whenever this method is executed. To make that happen, I'll add the @log_execution annotation just above the process payment method. Now, let's create another method. I'll name this one GenerateReport. This time, I'm not going to add the @log_execution annotation. Why? Because I want to verify that our aspect is triggered only for the process payment method, since that's the one annotated with @log_execution. The GenerateReport method doesn't have this annotation, so our aspect should not be triggered when this method is executed. Alright, now let's create a controller class. First, let's inject the payment service into this controller. Now, let's create our first API endpoint. I'll call both methods, process payment, and generate report. Alright, our controller is ready. Now comes the interesting part. Let's create our logging aspect. First, let's create a at before advice method. Print the class name and the method name. Now comes the main part, the Pointcut expression. First, write an annotation, followed by a pair of parentheses. Inside the parentheses, we need to specify the fully qualified name of the annotation. In our case, we want this aspect to be executed only for methods annotated with @log execution. So, I'll provide the fully qualified name of the log execution annotation here. That's it. This Pointcut expression is basically telling Spring, "Hey Spring, execute this advice only when a method annotated with @log execution is invoked." It's as simple as that. So, whenever Spring finds a method with the @log execution annotation, it triggers this advice. If the annotation isn't present, this advice won't execute. Now, let's start the application. Hit the API. Alright, let's look at the console output. Notice that our aspect is triggered for the process payment method. Why? Because process payment is annotated with @log execution, and our Pointcut is specifically looking for methods with that annotation. Now, look at the generate report method. Notice that the aspect is not triggered this time. Why not? Because generate report doesn't have the @log execution annotation. Since our Pointcut matches only methods annotated with @log execution, Spring simply ignores generate report. And that's exactly the behavior we were expecting. Now, here's an interesting question. What if your annotation contains one or more attributes, and you want to access those values inside your aspect? For example, let's say I add a value attribute to the @log execution annotation. First, let's pass a value to the @log execution annotation. On the process payment method, I'll pass the value process payment. Now, our annotation contains a value. The next question is, how do we access this value inside our aspect? Let's see how to get it. To get the annotation value, the first thing we need is the method object. We can get that from the method signature. Now we have the method object. From this method object, we can retrieve any annotation that's applied to this method. Now we have the log execution annotation instance that's applied to this method. From here, getting the annotation value is very easy. Simply call the value method on the annotation object. That's it. Now, let's start the application. Now, let's hit the API. Now, let's look at the console output. Notice that the same value we passed to the log execution annotation is printed in the console. That confirms we've successfully accessed the annotation value inside our aspect. So, whenever you add attributes to your custom annotation, you can retrieve and use them in your advice just like this. And that's it for this video. I hope you now have a clear understanding of how the @annotation Pointcut designator works in Spring AOP. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover next, drop them in the comments as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.